Hi guys, today we've got a couple projects to get done, both of which I'm hoping to complete before the next rainstorm comes. We've had rain for the last 48 hours and it has been beautiful. I haven't had to come out here with a hose and water anything. Mother Nature is doing it, and we have rain forecast for the rest of the week. So I am just so thankful that I don't have to come out here and water anything. Plus, we've been in a drought all summer. So any drop of rain that Mother Nature gives us, I will gladly take it. But now we have a 2-hour window of no rain. It's just cloudy. It is misty a little bit, but I wanted to come out here and get 2 projects done, both of which require the removal and disposal of some shrubs and flowers. So that's what we're going to be doing today, and we're going to be working quick. So I have mentioned in previous videos that we are developing a mixed border hedge along the back fence line, while at the same time trying to eradicate an invasive weed, lesser celandine. So last year, I jumped the gun and started planting up the mixed border hedge, and looking at it now, I should have waited because we kind of shifted gears. So what we're doing today is we're removing the shrubs that I planted last year and we're disposing of them. Now, I'm going to give you guys a trigger warning. If watching that upsets you or angers you, fast forward, but we have to remove these in order to prep the area for trying to eradicate this weed. Now, some of the plants that I planted are doing okay. Some are struggling so bad that they're defoliating, they're just dropping leaves. They look sad, and a couple of them I have to move because that's where the shed is going to go, and they're full sun, and I don't know what I was thinking, but I planted them there and they're not going to get nowhere near the sun that they need. So that being said, that's project 1, and I'm going to show you why, even though some of these plants look okay, why we're disposing of them. Because the soil is contaminated and contains those tubers and weed seeds from the lesser celandine. I can't just dig them up and transplant them somewhere else, because in that root ball there could very well be just even one little tuber or corm. They look like tiny little sweet potatoes, but if there's just even one there, or maybe just like some roots, if I plant it somewhere else, it's going to infest that area, and it's gonna start the cycle all over again, but in another area. So I just think it's best to get rid of them, and we're not going to be composting these. We're not going to be giving them to the county so they can turn everything into mulch. We are actually going to bag these in contractor bags and dispose of them properly. So we're going to start with this project, and then we're going to move on to the zinnia patch, where we're just going to pull the entire zinnia patch because it just looks horrible, you guys. It has gotten so riddled with, I'm looking at it right now, it has gotten so riddled with powdery mildew that even though some of the tops of the plants have flowers, from the bottom up they are brown and droopy and just, let me show you. So from a distance it looks nice. You've got a little natural walkway that's created between the zinnias and the vegetable garden. But as we get in closer, you can slowly start to see how the leaves are just browning out and drooping. Even the flowers, the spent flower buds are just toast. Look at this. They're bent. They look so horrible. I'm almost embarrassed to show you guys, but I've been leaving them. I left them up because this area over here has still got a bunch of flowers on the top, and I felt bad getting rid of them because the pollinators are still coming over and feeding off of them. But we still have this new little patch that we planted up, which we've got some flowers, so I don't feel too bad getting rid of all of these, because they're just, I mean, look at this. That is just not pretty. So we'll tackle this area after we finish with the mixed border hedge. So let's just dive right into this because we are racing Mother Nature. I've got my contractor bag all ready to go, gloves, pruners, and a shovel. Let's go through the shrubs that we're going to be disposing of first, and then I'm going to dig one of them up and see if I can show you what those little tubers look like so you can get a visual of what I'm actually talking about. So we've got an emerald green arborvitae to start with, and this is going, and I'm going to replace it later with a green arrow Alaskan cedar. We've got 2 little lime hydrangeas flanking this arborvitae, and they have been struggling so bad. You can see just how scrawny and lanky they both are. They haven't really done anything. They haven't really bloomed. And this one I think has even got powdery mildew. So they're clearly not getting the sun that they need, so they gotta go. And then do you remember our purple leaf sand cherry? Well, it's not looking so good. Something has been nibbling on this, and I think it's deer, which I haven't really seen too much of except for the last week or so. But you can see, look at this thing. The leaves are just, ugh. They're defoliating. It just looks like a woody mess. So, gone. We have our Vanilla Spice Summer Sweet and another emerald green arborvitae, and these are the 2 that would be okay here, except for the fact that the shed's gonna be here, so it's gonna block a lot of the sun, and these need a lot of sun to perform. They look really good right now, but next spring they're not gonna be too happy. This one is actually not doing so well. We've got a lot of dead foliage in here, so again, it may be a shame, but you know, sometimes you just gotta run with it. I'm also gonna have to replace this Green Mountain boxwood. Shuey ran into this corner chasing a squirrel and literally just right through this entire shrub. So again, while I'm not excited to be disposing and getting rid of plants, sometimes it's a necessity for the bigger picture. And the first and biggest priority is trying to contain this lesser celandine. So we're just gonna jump right into this, and hopefully we get done before it rains. Oh, I just felt a drop. All right, let's hurry. Okay, I'm going to start with the purple leaf sand cherry and dig this out, and let's see if we can show you what's going on underneath. Yeah, I don't think this is rooted in too much. No, not at all. Let's see. So this is what one of the corms looks like for that lesser celandine. And the problem is that when you try to dig it up, it doesn't really have like a central core. It just creates this mat in the lawn. So you can't really find like the main root because it has just so many of them. So if you try to dig it up, you end up ripping the root system. You leave a lot of these tubers in here, and they just create a whole new plant and just start the cycle all over again. And looking back here now, as I get really into it, I can even see a bunch of them on the ground right now. And that comes primarily from mowing the lawn. Our next door neighbors have it too. And so just daily activity, pets running through, the lawnmower blowing cuttings and stuff, it makes them airborne. It shoots them across the fence, and you know, we just have a big issue. Oh my gosh, look at these. Holy mackerel. Ugh. So my goal in prepping this area before we treat it is getting rid of all of the shrubs so we can come in and remove the grass, and I'm gonna put landscape fabric down to try and smother it, and then I will chemically spot treat it in late winter, early spring, when it starts to come up and flower. So trying a little, I guess, less invasive treatment for the whole area, and a little more of a chemical treatment for whatever decides to pop up here, there, and everywhere. Because there is some in the swale that we will be dealing with later on, but I think if I can just get them, if I can keep it all at bay, and over time just kind of decrease the population of it, I think we'll be okay. So that's our plan of attack. So We're just going to dive right into this now and just get everything cleared out. For the faint of heart, look away now. Okay, I don't know what I was seeing before, but this is clearly not part of the hydrangea. This is just a weed, or I think it could be part of a crepe myrtle runner. Ugh. Ugh, anyways, it's going. All right, guys, we got everything done just in the nick of time because I'm starting to feel some sprinkling of rain. So let me take you around and give you a quick after tour. So this is where our mixed border hedge used to be, and I pulled everything out and disposed of it in contractor bags. If we get in here close, this is where the emerald green arborvitae is. You can see that I didn't bother filling up any of the holes with dirt. I'm going to wait until we remove this section of grass, because then we can come in and level everything before we go in with landscape fabric, topsoil, and mulch and get this whole area prepped for winter and hopefully smothering part of this lesser celandine. But I'm just going to let the rain kind of do its thing. But yeah, that wasn't too bad. Here's a look from the opposite side. Pretty standard. Now if we swing back over here, this is where the zinnia patch was, and it is completely cleaned out. Leveled. I just took a rake and just kind of raked everything level. I didn't bother to go too deep into weeding. There's still a few weeds that I will come in later and pull, but I just wanted to get all of the plants out of here, get the soil raked and leveled, and then I'll just let Mother Nature with the rain settle it all. And then we're gonna come in here and plant this up for fall, because I've got an idea that I want to show you guys in another video. But it looks good. It's so nice to see it just all cleaned out. I will be coming in with the mower and mowing this whole area over here where all of the zinnias had leaned over. It is looking a little meadowy. It's long, it's flopping over. And then we'll re-edge the bed a little bit and just kind of, fine tune everything. But for now, because, it is starting to rain, I'm just super happy that we got all of this cleared out. And you guys saw the size of some of those zinnias. They were like over 4 feet tall and thick stemmed. I did have to come in with the shovel to remove a couple of the sunflowers that were hiding underneath the zinnias that just kind of fizzled out. But I did sterilize the shovel and the rake and my pruners before I went in and started chopping away in the zinnia patch, because I didn't want to risk any type of cross-contamination from the backyard where the mixed border hedge was to the zinnia patch over here. So it was sterilized. We were definitely being safe and cautious. And I'm just really, really happy to have this whole section done and prepped and ready to go for fall, because like I said, I do have an idea for that whole area where the zinnias were, and I'm hoping once the rain kind of clears out, we'll come in and plant it all up for fall, because I think it's going to look kind of cool. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.